when I was thinking about what I wanted to teach for practice today, I really wanted to kind of focus us on the space between us and the things that we experience. As you come to practice meditation, one of the benefits that you'll gain over time is that it makes you less reactive. It makes you less connected to the thoughts that come up. And that's because you sit with them and notice that over time there can be space between what you think and what you do. And so that's where I'm going to kind of focus our attention is on opportunities for that today in practice. And in this way, we can help ourselves suffer a little bit less or feel a little less discomfort because the things that happen to us don't necessarily have to be the catalyst for our reactions. We can, over time, learn to make smart choices that align with our values and prevent us from being pushed and pulled by the world. And I know all of us need a little bit of that for sure. So that's where the theme is. That's where I'll be focusing our attention as we move through practice. But for now, let's take inventory of your posture. Notice how you're sitting or lying down. Does everything have a place? Do your hands have a place to rest? Are you feeling any tightness or tension in your face or jaw that you can soften? Because we're just sitting. You don't need that right now. Are your feet firmly planted, or you have a nice firm connection to the mat, the ground, your bed, your chair, whatever you're using? Is there anything you need to be more comfortable for practice today? And if it is, allow yourself to have it. Take a nice breath in and make sure that your breathing is not obstructed. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and close your eyes for me so that you can start to bring the attention, the gaze of your attention inwards. That gazing and paying attention that I'm asking you to do as you're coming into practice is that practice in its totality. You're going to do that throughout practice. I'll be pointing your attention at different things and giving you an opportunity to sit with them. But you get to observe. And a nice way to think about that observation is, can I do it from a place of curiosity? Can I stay engaged with it with a curious mindset? For example, notice your breathing here, following it as you breathe in till you exhale and let it go. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Noticing where your breath is appearing in your body, where it shows up physically and you can feel it, maybe in your belly or your chest. Just observe where that breath is right now. Now let your attention do a little bit of a contrast, and I want you to stay paying attention to your breath, but now also feel the weight of your body as it's held by what's supporting you right now in this moment. Allowing gravity to kind of support you and hold what you've been carrying all day long. This contrast between the moving of your breath and the stillness of your body is a reminder that both of these things are true and can exist at the same time. And while you may be noticing your breath here, moving in and out, notice what other sensations might be appearing. Notice if you can feel any warmth for the space that you're in right now. Any tingling, tightness that might be present, or just how your body's overall showing up in this moment for you. Because your body is constantly shifting and changing, that the sensations within your body are always moving. Notice how your mind classifies that change. Usually it's with adjectives like good or bad, comfortable or uncomfortable. Can you let the sensations simply just be what they are without those labels, without the need to have it be anything other than a changing moment of experience? In noticing your body and your breath, can you allow yourself space to appreciate those two for all that they've done for you to this point, for how they've held you and carried you to this moment, for how each breath picks up where the last one left off, the hands that have created the life that you now have, and even the mind that has coordinated it all. Let yourself reflect on the beauty and the gratitude of that. Observing what happens as your body move or your mind moves its attention towards those thoughts. We'll begin to bring our attention to something a little more subtle. Our breath and our body are very good anchors because they're very grounded and connected to us. We're close to them. But now let your attention begin to notice your thoughts and the way they're moving today. I had you focus your thoughts a little on something specific, but now relax the thoughts from that specific thing, that item, and allow them to simply be observing the way they move. Your mind has a way of shifting from thinking to remembering to planning, rehearsing, sometimes even judging. Your thoughts are produced very similar to the way your breath happens. There's a natural occurrence. You don't have to do anything to get a thought, like it just pops into your head, stays there for a while. Sometimes it leaves and comes back. Sometimes it just shifts and evolves. This is simply what our mind does. I invite you to also notice that as a thought appears, what happens to the body? Do you feel any tightness or sensations arise as the mind changes thoughts? Do you start to shift into a story or immediately believe the thought? We're not trying to stop them. We're just trying to recognize that they're there. Maybe not get too drawn into them. Simply noticing and returning your attention back to the focus on the thoughts again and again. Notice your thoughts, your breath as that thought moves through, and the body as that thought moves through. All of them kind of working to create this experience. And it's okay if there's a bit of mental chatter, because sometimes as we focus on our thoughts, there's almost as if a commentary also sits in that same space with us. Our self talk arises, and it's not particularly always helpful. So if you find yourself distracted by something like that, that's where your curiosity and your patience comes in. Acknowledge it, allow it to move through the moment. Go back to focusing your attention where you'd like it to rest. Having been in the space of this moment, focusing on the thoughts and the breath and the body, take a moment to allow the mind to relax from that focus. See if you can begin to feel what the emotional tone is in this moment. If this was an equation, the emotional tone would be the outcome of the three things we focused on just now. So, what is present for you right now? Maybe it's calm or a bit of restlessness. Maybe you're holding some sadness or numbness, anxiety or uncertainty. Or maybe there's nothing here at all. There doesn't have to be something specific here. And even if there's a challenging emotional tone arising, or you've yet to feel connected to this idea, there's the opportunity to be compassionate with ourselves in this moment, to know that whatever is here, it's okay if it's uncomfortable. It's okay if it is new or different, that you're capable and patient and courageous for showing up to even try to pay attention to it. There are times when we must remind ourselves, in the same way we would our child or a loved one, that things are okay, that we are okay, that we are not these things. They are just things that are happening in the moment, that are presenting themselves the same way your breath presents itself, or sensation in your body shows up, or another thought slips in. That's how we change our relationship to the stuff that appears. Allowing, observing, simply softening to all that's happening in this moment. There's always a gap between the things you experience and then how your mind receives it. Allow your attention to notice how your minds receive practice today, the things that have shown up, the way I asked you to pay attention to things. And as you focus on that, notice how your mind begins to weave itself into the moment. And can you keep a bit of space between the two, between what's happened and your story about what's happened? Begin to return your attention, your awareness back to your physical body, feeling that sense of groundedness, of support, the weight of your limbs, the lightness of your breath, the texture of your clothing or blankets touching your skin. Hear the natural arising sounds around you. Noticing that awareness has remained present with you throughout practice, through the sensations, the thoughts, the emotional tones. Those are all experiences that were changing, but there was a steadiness that remained. Awareness remained. Your ability to observe remained. Before we close, let yourself reflect on this idea. You do not need to control every experience to meet life wisely. Sometimes our practice is simply learning how to stay present, stay compassionate, stay aware, even in uncertainty. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to blink your eyes open. Allow yourself a bit of time to return from practice.